My mouse will. Hello, everyone, and welcome to episode 70 of Scion of the Dark House, a Dungeons and Dragons 5th edition Gothic horror podcast. Because this is Gothic horror, there may be some things that come up to a line for some people, such as body horror, violence, gore, child endangerment, talk about abuse and trauma, and other such things. If something comes up to a line for you, please take a break. Your support means a lot to us, but so does your mental health. So when we last left off with our party, you all had decided to go to the Grand Cathedral to check it out for a little bit, do a little bit of sightseeing before you left the city officially. While you were there, various different things happened. One of the personalities of Carlyle, Corey, decided to attempt to start planning a heist in the cathedral by using her detect thoughts ability on a cardinal, finding out that indeed the gold is held in a safe somewhere that is only known by High Archbishop Miranda. Meanwhile, Rerek is accosted by Fatima, a long-standing enemy who wants his and his uncle's position as oracle to the Sultanate of Gyptia. She appeared to him using a project image spell and threatened his until now unknown boyfriend, Aman, the prince. Afterwards, she vanished, and a warlock appeared, casting spells and summoning a variety of strange lizard-like creatures with blades for feet that instantly killed one of the priests. The group leapt into action, killed the warlock and all of the other creatures, where High Archbishop Miranda then burst into the room, flanked by cardinals and two angels appearing in holy fire. She then dismissed them when she found that the group had handily gotten rid of the threat. They informed her that there was more going on, specifically with the strange and eerie happenings within the Dark House and things from the Kruetzwald family's past coming to fruition. She immediately leapt into action, calling all the cardinals to a meeting in the rotunda and saying that she would be sending spells with any information to keep them updated, as well as requested immediate sending spells upon finding out new information. The group did an investigation, including Speak with Dead, to interview the dead warlock, who gave very little information, and using Jasmine to track his scent to find that he indeed teleported in to the cathedral. Finding that they were at square one once again with the location of Fatima, although she had informed Rerek that she was in the city currently, they decided the best thing to do would be to go and find a magic shop and purchase a copy of the scrying spell so that Rerek could copy it into his spell book and use it in an attempt to find Fatima to stop her once and for all before she truly got in the way of the group's plans. So we are going to leap ahead a little bit as you guys have made your way somewhat towards Port Square, where there are various shops and magical stores, as well as the Port Square Potion Factory and the center of the Alchemical Guild. However, Alex had earlier left the group to go and get the group food due to various reasons. Rerek and, at the time, Tavi have decided to peel off from the group and make sure that Alex wasn't getting into any trouble and has left you three alone as you come to Port Square. Port Square is a very large square. It is larger than any of the other squares in the city. At the opposite end is a giant factory with smokestacks closed off by a gate. This is the Port Square Potion Factory and the training grounds of the Alchemical Guild. You do notice off to the left, there is what appears to be somewhat of a green space that has been saved. However, it is gated off with a fence and various signage. There are also various buildings and shops, but the ones that stand out the most to you were the ones that were mentioned by Tavi. The waterlogged lung, the incinerated wizard, and the burning book. So you are now standing at the entrance of this very, very large square. In the center of the square is a fountain with various what look like alchemical wizard statues holding bottles and wands from which spray water. But otherwise, the square is large and mostly empty, with only a few people milling about, surprisingly, since the city is so crowded. So, standing at the entrance, what would you all like to do?
Well, I'm mostly interested, I think, in the incinerated wizard. That's the magic item shop, if I remember correctly.
Yes.
So I think I would like to head there.
All right.
What do you think, boys? The incinerated wizard?
I'm game. Somebody remind me what town we're in again?
The capital
We're in
city of
morning.
Morning. Okay.
We're far
Jesus
from
Christ.
home
And
today.
that's MOU, as in like
Yeah,
veils and funerals, not
yeah.
the sun has risen.
But I know you.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. Magic item shop sounds fine.
Yeah.
All right. So you head up to the incinerated wizard, the sign of which is a cloak, or at least a wooden sign in the shape of a cloak, spread wide with the name printed on what would be the inside of the cloak. Flames come from where the hands would be holding up the cloak and cross the top. This is all made out of wood and painted very beautifully. That hangs swinging over this very large shop. As you open it, you see there are various items all on display. And sitting at the counter is a very pudgy human man with a blonde handlebar mustache, completely bald, wearing a very shiny looking black cloak, possibly made of some kind of like velvet or satin or something like that, but strangely wearing almost regular clothes underneath of it, a kind of very strange sort of juxtaposition between the two of them. And he's sitting at the desk with a ledger out, flipping through the pages, scratching with a quill, and he looks up for a moment and kind of nods and then looks back down, seemingly indicating that you can investigate the shop as you desire.
All right, nod back, and we'll do exactly that. What's around?
So there are a variety of items. You notice that there's a distinct lack of things like weaponry. Most of the items seem to be clothing items, as well as everyday useful items that a regular person might purchase. And the thing that catches your eye is in a cabinet, in a sort of diorama of sorts with mirrors. There are 3 crystal balls on stands, each of varying heights, so that all 3 can be on display at the same time. And there's a little sign hanging on the outside of this glass that says, "Crystal ball of scrying, 25,000 gold pieces."
Jesus.
Well, fuck that.
There are also various staves, various cloaks, various little bags. You do see that there are a few pieces of jewelry like rings. There is a box that has a beautiful wooden almost like parquet flooring, a wooden mosaic that seems to display an origami crane on the top of it. There is also a beautifully made wooden tiger mask that hangs on the wall. There is a large jug with various spouts and various corks in those spouts. But it seems that this is all that there is in the shop.
Okay, well, are there like signs that describe what these objects are?
Surprisingly, no. They are just on display. They don't even have prices on them, which is bizarre, but
I guess I'll
They
go up
say
to
about
Lark and be
that.
like, I can't help but feel this man doesn't have the best business practices without I don't know what any of these things are.
Shopkeep. Shopkeep.
oh, yes. And he kind of gets up, and this very portly man with a handlebar mustache kind of walks over. How can I help you?
My compatriots and I are a trio of adventurers and actually trying to save your world. And that's not me lying, darling, because you know
we should try to get
it.
a discount with that more often, honestly.
Right?
Yes. Queens, strike me down if I'm lying to you, because I'm not. What are all of these items? There's no signage, there's no nothing. You're giving us nothing. Except for the scrying crystal balls that are, I don't know. How expensive are those in the mortal plane?
Well, we are
worth
selling
more than your life.
ours for 25,000 gold pieces.
Would you take the tears of a small child and a promise of the future?
No, I'm sorry. We only deal in coin.
Wow. Okay.
If you have items you wish
So-
to sell me, I will be happy to exchange them for a discount of equal value on your purchase.
I don't think I have anything that I can give him.
No, darling.
Yeah, it occurs to me that most of your magical shit that you guys don't use is in the bag of holding on Rerek. And Rerek is off making sure Alex doesn't do something stupid.
Do we have any more magical shit? We already turned in all of our monster parts.
I mean,
Yeah.
I have this tentacle whip thing I'm still debating about.
You do have that. I believe you do have a whistle that allows you to ride on water. You have a shark figurine that transforms into a two-headed shark.
Me?
You also have a medallion, the group in general,
I was
from
like,
your
wait,
from your
what?
trip to the Shadowfell.
Okay.
You also
okay,
have a
yeah.
medallion that had like shark's teeth on it that I think you identified as a medallion that allows you to regain hit points once a day from eating raw meat.
Hot.
That you got off of the weird fish people from the Shadowfell.
A lot of shark-themed merchandise here.
Yes. I'm trying to think of some of the other magical tat that you guys have.
Wait, is it Shark Week already? Like,
Apparently.
We can just say if we want to sell this, if we can just say we took it from Rerek before we got here.
I don't think he's gonna miss any of the
Yeah,
raw meat shit.
but I don't know. That is a great offer, sir. Thank you. I still just don't know what you're selling.
Well, I will give you the grand tour, I guess. And he starts naming off the items. So
Can I interrupt really fast?
Uh-huh.
Like while he's talking, that's why. Can I stealth check real quick?
Are you gonna steal from this
What
man?
are you going to do?
I just want to maybe try to pick the lock a little bit, just a little.
On the scrying orb thing? Or on what?
Maybe.
Okay.
All right. Give me a stealth check.
I mean, I feel like this is a bad idea.
Meh.
It's a magic shop. There's probably alarm spells all over the place.
Well, Arthur doesn't know that shit. Maybe if you notice, you can stop him.
I mean, if you
I'm
want to
rolling.
make a perception check, you guys certainly can. It would be against the stealth check.
Sure. Fuck is my D20? There it is.
This is going to be fun.
23.
All right, see if you can beat
Listen,
a 23.
I did
He's
not
not
beat a
the
23.
smartest person. He
I didn't
saw
beat
a
a 23
shiny
either.
thing. He knows his
Wait,
friend likes
if I
it.
guidance,
This guy's
I wouldn't
fucking
know to
weird.
guidance myself. I would.
You wouldn't have known to guidance yourself. Yeah, I would have to say no. So yes, with a 23, you are able to, as he's talking, go up to this curio cabinet that has this beautiful display, and give me a check with your thieves' tools.
Fair enough. $22.
You insert your thieves' tools into the lock and begin jiggling them around inside of the lock. And as you do, it's weird. There's no tumblers inside this lock. There's no typical lock mechanism inside of this lock. And you're feeling around for it, and you see rainbow sparks begin to out of the lock. Do you
Okay.
keep going?
Nope. We're just gonna say that's weird enough that he's like, never mind.
Yeah, you pull your thieves' tools out of the lock, and when you do, you realize the lock had been starting to glow as you watched the light dim around this lock.
Starting to glow. Okay, well that's ominous. We're just gonna maybe see what the conversation's about. Just have a peek over there.
So you slide back on over. So back to the regular group. In here, there is the box that had the origami paper crane wooden mosaic on the top is actually a box of paper birds. You can write up to 25 words onto the sheet of paper and simply speak the name of the recipient, and it will fold itself into a beautiful paper bird and fly away and eventually find the person.
That's so gay.
There is a ring of obscuring that allows you to basically drop a fog cloud. There is a hook of Fisher's Delight, which is just described as you never know what you're going to fish up. There is a staff of flowers that allows you to grow flowers. There is a dread helm, which is the only weapon thing. When you put it on, it shrouds your face in darkness, makes your eyes glow red, and has smoke come out of them. That's all it does. You don't even need to be attuned to it. There is also a cloak of billowing that allows you to, on command, cause your cloak to billow dramatically. There's also a cloak of many fashions that allows you to change the fashion of the cloak. However, it must remain a cloak. There is a pouch of spices where you can just pull out a handful of just about any spice that you can think of. The wooden tiger mask is a mask of the beast that allows you to cast animal friendship on beasts. There is the jug is an alchemy jug. It dispenses things like acid, water, beer, ale, mayonnaise, olive oil, and various other things. However,
Did you say a jug
large...
that just dispenses beer?
It
on
can,
command?
amongst other things.
Why are we not funding this?
Don't we already have a horn that does that, though?
What? And we've not been talking about this?
Oh, yeah,
that.
you guys have been withholding something from Bruno's disintegrated corpse. Yeah.
That is some horse shit.
I will allow you guys to roleplay that. And there is also a small, itty bitty little pearl that is a pearl of power.
Pearl of
What does that mean?
power.
Let me read the exact description because I keep forgetting the mechanics of it. It's like you can get a spell slot back, or you can store a spell slot, or store a spell, or something like that.
Is it a one-time use thing?
No, it is not. You can reuse it, but I think you have to attune to it. Let me see. Yep. Requires attunement by a spellcaster. While the pearl is on your person, you can use an action to speak its command word and regain one expended spell slot. If the expended spell slot was 4th level or higher, the new slot is 3rd level. If you use the pearl, it can't be used again until the next dawn. So basically, you have one free 3rd, 2nd, or 1st level spell slot a day. You can just get an extra one. But you do have to be attuned to this item. So it takes up an attunement slot.
Cool.
But those are the things that are currently for sale in the Incinerated Wizard.
Now, I never got your name. What's your name, good sir?
My name is Gordon Fletcher. You can, of course, just call me Gordon if you'd like.
Well met, Gordon. I'm called Lark around these parts, and there's Percy, and the squirrely one in the back with the cat is Arthur.
Squirrely. Okay, carry on.
Anyway, so is there any of these things that you would like to buy?
How much is the tiger mask?
I believe that would run about 50 gold pieces.
Oh. Does it require attunement?
I don't think it does. Let me
Just
check.
for the record, I think, yeah, I can cast Speak with Animals for free 3 times a day.
Oh.
So
That isn't the same as animal friendship.
Oh, that's right. You said it was animal friendship. Okay. Yep.
Yeah, Speak with Animals allows you to talk to them. That doesn't mean that they're your friend.
Fair enough.
They can still decide that you're an asshole.
Well,
It does not require attunement.
they'd be right.
Cool. I'll get the tiger mask.
Now, Gordon, darling, surely there's a little wiggle room on your prices. I mean, we are literally trying to save this entire plane of existence. How often do you get
Well, among
world-saving
other things.
heroes through your door?
Every day, apparently.
But I'm not.
Really
I'm
going
not,
to say that.
darling. Do I look like I'd lie to you? It goes against our very center of our beings in the Feywild to tell lies.
Even so, if I gave a discount to everybody that came in saying that they would save the world, we would have a lot of people trying to save the world. So sadly, I cannot.
And at this rate, we could probably use the help with our current predicament. Now, are you sure? Are you certain? I'm gonna try persuading him, like being like, "Hey,
All
we're
right.
actually trying to save the world here."
You would be the one to do it.
Can I try to persuade him, Spencer?
Yes, you may.
Okay.
I mean, I
Oh.
tried picking a lock, so
I mean, I rolled a 4 plus my modifier is a 13.
yikes.
I'm very sorry, but I cannot just offer a discount on word alone.
Well, listen, so I feel like we're not talking about the important things. He's got a jug that can produce beer and a pouch filled with flavors.
You just want to throw
Priorities.
spices in people's face.
I
know,
absolutely do not.
Arthur.
I'm just thinking about the next time we catch a goat or a stray
Arthur. Arthur,
cat or something. What? Yep, yes.
simple-minded. I'm just gonna cast Prestidigitation in Arthur's mouth to make it taste like anything I want. Because Prestidigitation can do that.
Yes, it can.
Okay.
I'm gonna change
Yeah.
the. You know, Arthur. Here is what the face of a child tastes like.
No. You absolutely do not. I will.
I'm kidding. I'm gonna fill his mouth with the taste of butterflies.
Ugh.
Is that better?
No,
delicious.
it's absolutely not better. It tastes like dirt and paper.
You need to
And
let
there's
the
something to
flavor
be said
bloom.
about the charm of a home-cooked meal, okay? You can't just prestidigitation your way to fuck you with your words.
What's the difference between my spell and an item that you're going to spend gold on to do the exact same thing?
The lovely set of tits of the charming young woman who prepared it for me.
So I'll get the tiger mask.
Gordon,
Wonderful. Is there anything else that you would like?
Gordon, in terms of
I'm
the
good.
other shops in the area, are you the only one that deals in magic items, or?
Yes, the waterlogged lung deals specifically in potions, and the burning book deals specifically in spell scrolls.
How expensive is the Pearl of Power?
That would run you about 150 gold pieces.
I'll buy one of. Despite the fact that I'm doing it to save your plane of existence, I suppose I can burn 150 gold pieces on that. You shrill little
Wonderful.
man. He says that in Sylvan.
This
Ugh.
man does not speak Sylvan.
Yeah.
So you now have
course not.
a Pearl of Power, and Percy, you have a Mask of the Beast.
Cool.
Heck yeah.
I kind of do want that spice pouch, though.
Let me quickly check its price. I think it would end up running you like 50 gold pieces as well.
Don't forget,
That's fine.
if you didn't add it, I think we each got like 250 gold when we killed the Hell Pig after we split it up.
Oh yeah, because you guys got
Did
one
not.
platinum coin, which you
Oh.
still have to actually split into gold.
How much is one
Ah.
platinum coin worth?
1,000 gold pieces.
1,000 gold. Yeah.
Uh-huh. Oh, and we have to split it between us and Alex? Ew.
That's
So it's only 200 gold apiece.
5, yeah.
So you wanted the
Whatever the spice pouch
Heward's
thing is
handy
called.
spice pouch. Yeah, this belt pouch appears
Heward's-
empty and has 10 charges. While holding the pouch, you can use an
Oh.
action to expend one of its charges, speak the name of any non-magical food seasoning such as salt, pepper, saffron, or cilantro, and remove a pinch of the desired seasoning from the pouch. A pinch is enough to season a single meal. The pouch regains 1d6 plus 4 expended charges daily at dawn.
1d6 plus 4 expended charges daily at dawn. Okay.
Mhm.
And I think
Yep.
he only works on beasts.
Yes, because it specifically
Cool.
allows you to cast Animal Friendship.
Animal friendship.
Neat.
So yes, it only works on beasts.
Is it like a once a day cast?
No, I believe it's 3 charges,
Hella.
and you get them back at dawn.
Nice.
And of course, when you cast the spell, you do have to wear the mask.
I'm okay with that.
Just pulling one off real quick and puts the other one on. Hang on a sec, guys.
Give me a second, pulls off Plague Doctor mask, puts
Yeah.
on fancy tiger mask.
Costume change.
Percy's exploring his furry
Yeah,
inclinations.
I am.
Oh, good lord.
Yes. It is your cat era, and I'm all about it.
All right. Well,
Yeah. So
thanks.
thank you.
So yes,
Yep.
you now have a pouch of spices. However, you had to part with 50 gold for it, but I'm
Yeah,
sure that'll be
I got
fine.
Mhm.
All right.
So, and the reason we came here was to get scrying for Rerek. And Rerek isn't here, so Do we even need to go to the spell scroll place?
I mean, we could always buy it and charge him for it later.
Sure.
I mean, I don't know what this Wii stuff is about, but
All right, let's go buy scrying spell from the spell scroll place.
All right.
sure.
So you walk on over to, it is a surprisingly narrow store, the Burning Book, which once again shows the sign as an open book with flames along the top of it. Upon entering, you notice it is vastly different than some of the other shops because all of these shelves are actually round. There seem to be no tables, and there's also a tiny ramp that leads up off the street into the actual store itself. As you open the door, the bell ding, 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 ding. And as that happens, you hear this sort of wheels on a wooden floor as zipping out from the back room, hooking a wicked turn that causes the wheelchair to actually tilt off the floor, coming to a stop and doing a spin is a blonde half-elf woman in a wheelchair. And she leans on the side of the wheelchair as she kind of speeds in at an angle and leans on the side of it and goes, "Well, howdy there. Welcome to the Burning Book. What can I do for you?"
I like her.
She was so fun to make.
Is there a
I
history
like
of
her.
magical immolation in this region or something? First it's a wizard on fire, now it's a book that's burning.
I have no idea where the name came from. I inherited it from my dad.
Oh, all right. Well, what was it we were here for again, gentlemen?
We're here for a scrying spell scroll.
Oh, I happen to have one. It's only one copy, but I do have it. If you give me just a second, I can go to the back and I can get it for you.
Wonderful.
Thank you.
All right, I'll be back in just 2 shakes of a lamb's tail. Woohoo! And she just zips off into the back. Looking up the prices of things in the book is bullshit. Where is it? I had the prices and I closed the book like a dumbass. Why does it not have it in a convenient spot? Okay. Right. Well, she comes back a moment later with a scroll. Well, this will run you about 550 gold pieces.
Cool. Lark, do the thing.
Apologies. What can I call you?
Oh, you can call me Miss Joey Bland. Or just Missy, if you prefer.
Miss Joey, Missy Bland, Missy. You can call me Lark. The taciturn one over there is Percy, and the gangly one with the cat, that's Arthur.
Hi.
Hello.
Now, I don't know if you've heard, but there's much hullabaloo going on about. Though I suppose it hasn't traveled that far, but would you believe if I told you? Because it is, Queen, strike me down if I'm lying. We are actually trying to save this world, charming world you live in, from utter and complete annihilation.
If I had a nickel for every time someone told that to me, I'd be able to get out of here. But no.
But darling, were any of them fairies? Surely you know that fairies don't lie. It goes against our very nature.
still, I have so many people tell me that to try and get discounts. I just can't give them out. I'm sorry.
I try to persuade her to give us the discount.
Oh my god.
You can certainly
Wow.
try.
Let's hope I roll better than a 4 on this one. Okay, that's a 17 plus 9 is a 26.
God damn.
Persuasion's one of the 4 things Lark is good at.
Yes, very. If a 4 gave you a 13, I'd certainly hope so.
So I'm gonna just start laying it on thick and being like, well, I can't blame you for not knowing the intricacies of fairy law, but generally speaking, we don't lie. So I'm telling you, out of the deepest, darkest corners of my heart, that this is for the good of you and everyone else on this charming plane of existence. So really, at least this once, darling, you should, Missy, find it in your heart to reconsider your discount policy.
Oh my
You know what? All right, I can knock 50 gold off, but that's as much as I can go.
I don't have 500 gold. One of you two has to buy it.
Okay, I'll buy it.
All right, well, thank you very much. And she gives you the scroll and takes the 500 gold, and she kind of flicks through it a little bit to kind of look. All right, is there any other spells you're looking for today?
Arthur doesn't have anything to say, but can I have Jasmine just kind of, like behind the scenes, he's kind of decided he likes her a little bit, so Jasmine's gonna go and like rub her face on her hand.
Oh, well, aren't you just a cutie pie? And she just starts petting Jasmine.
That's all, just flavor.
Okay.
Now, Missy, you said you were trying to get out of here, right?
Well, you know, I don't want to own this shop forever. I do want to be able to go other places, but for right now, this is where I am, and I'm perfectly fine.
Well, if it's other places you wish to travel.
Don't you dare. It's been we gotta go.
All right. Y'all are a very strange bunch.
Mm-hmm.
But
I
if
like
you
your
ever
hair.
need Why, thank you. Well, if you need any more spell scrolls, you know where to find them. And she just kind of...
Jasmine's gonna like bat at Lark like, no.
She just kind of waves goodbye and then whoosh, just whizzes off into the back room with her wheelchair.
Oh, I hate to see her go, but I love to watch her zoom away.
Anyway.
Okay.
As you all are now outside of the burning book, looking into the square.
Wow.
Do we want to just check out the last shop just for shits and gigs?
What's shits and gigs?
I'll tell you when you're older.
Percy. If you need to shit, don't shit yourself, for Queen's sake. You mortals, rolling around in your own excrement.
Mm-hmm. We all do it. All of us.
I know prestidigitation. It's fine. I can clean it up.
Speak for yourself. We're just gonna... Jazz and I are walking. Just in a little daze over Miss Wheelchair.
Yeah, she was so much fun to make. It was just like, I have to. The idea just popped in my head. I was like, I have to.
It's amazing.
So are you going to the waterlogged lung?
Yeah.
Or are you calling
that
it a
would
day?
be the potion one?
Yes.
Potion shop.
Yeah, that's the potion one.
All right. So you head into the waterlogged lung. The wood inside the shop has a slight greenish color to it, somewhat of a sea foam green. Standing behind the counter, which takes up the entirety of this shop, it is also a very narrow shop. It seems to be a small space where the customer can stand up front, and there is a desk. Behind it is a shelf filled with potion bottles of various types, with various different colors and shapes and sizes, as well as there is a cauldron that is bubbling away. And behind the desk is a very bored-looking man that looks vastly different from every other person that you've seen in this city. He has blue skin. His forehead, cheeks, and the backs of his hands are covered in iridescent scales. He has webbed fingers. His hair is made out of what looks like some sort of seaweed or kelp. He has pointed ears and very sort of almost octopoid-like eyes. Lark, you would definitely recognize this is a sea hag hex blood. It's not a Triton. Tritons look very different. This is definitely a hex blood, and it's made by a sea hag. And he's just sitting, drumming his fingers on the counter before you all come in. And as you do, he kind of perks up. Oh, hello. What can I do for you today? I have plenty of potions for sale.
Oh.
In Sylvan, I'm just going to be like, well, hello.
Ah, I see someone who also speaks the mother tongue. How are you doing?
A little of this, a little of that. Trying to prevent this whole planet from, or this whole plane of existence from falling apart because foolish mortals, am I right?
Sure, right.
Ugh. It's so refreshing to find someone else who actually knows a cultured language, though.
Yes, not very many people speak the mother tongue around here.
How did you wind up here, though?
I was kind of dumped here.
Oh, do tell.
Well, I don't know if it's true, but apparently my mother is the sea witch Sycorax, but that could be a lie.
Can I history check that?
Yes, you may.
How well do I know the sea witch Sycorax? 13 plus. I don't think I have any intelligence modifier. Let me double check. Oh no, I don't. I only have an 11 and I'm not proficient, so 13.
You probably would have heard of Sycorax. She's an incredibly powerful sea hag. Each of the different types of hags all have kind of like a few very famous hags that are so old and so powerful they don't really need a coven. Kind of like how Baba Yaga and Gryla and the Witch Queen and those sorts of hags are so old. Sycorax is one of those, and she is alongside Ursula, and I had another name for the other one and I totally forgot, but Calypso, that was the other one. Those are the three. They were in a coven, but they're so old that they don't need their coven anymore. They can do coven spell casting outside of their coven, outside of the coven restrictions and things like that. There are quite a few hags like that. You suspect the Rusina Leckermall and Mother Gothel and those hags that you have the agreement to go to the Waltz of Shadows are also sort of one of those types of hags. But yeah, Sycorax is a very old and very powerful sea hag. But that's all you know about her.
Not bad if you are, not bad at all. Mind you, this whole conversation's going on in Sylvan.
Yes,
while
it
Beastmaster's
is.
standing
So
there.
none of you know what's going on.
So he's going,
Yeah.
there he goes again.
Yeah. Am I the only one who feels dumb when he does that?
Yeah, I do not miss being in the Feywild where we just couldn't talk to anyone the entire time. I don't miss that.
Yeah, in Sylvan, I'm gonna be like, oh, it sounds like the mortals are acting pissy.
Yeah. Well, anyway, and he does switch back to common at this point. What are you all looking for? Anything in particular?
No.
You have anything that can shrink the size of his head a little bit?
Sadly, no. Let's see what's on the menu today. Any kind of looks at a list, kind of pulls up a little list. It seems I have today some dust of corrosion, some pixie dust. Don't worry, it is sustainably and ethically sourced.
Lovely.
A potion of advantage, a potion of gaseous form, plenty of healing potions of the common, greater, and superior variety. A potion of water breathing. I have a lovely perfume of bewitching. A potion of aqueous form, and a sadly only single dose of dust of sneezing and choking. But that is what I have today. I don't get any new shipments until later, about next week.
Can you run me through the beginning of that list again real quick?
Dust of corrosion,
Mm-hmm.
pixie dust, potion of advantage, potion of gaseous form, and then
Okay, you can stop.
Okay.
Can I hear what the price is for the pixie dust and the gaseous form?
So I believe the pixie dust would be 50 gold pieces, and it would be 100 if you bought both. There are two sort of pinches of pixie dust.
2 units, okay.
2 units, yeah, 2 units. So it would run you 100 gold to get both of them. And what was the other one that you wanted to know?
Gaseous form.
Gaseous form. As I just speed straight past it. Potion of gaseous form. The potion of gaseous form will run you. I really should. Will run you about 600 gold pieces.
Holy dick. Okay, we'll take the pixie dust.
All right, so you have 2 doses of pixie dust. He hands you 2 small pouches that contain about a palm-size amount of this sort of sparkly iridescent dust. In these beautiful little cloth drawstring bags that have embroidered butterflies all over them. So he hands you 2 of those bags and takes your 100 gold pieces.
Thank you very much.
So what does a potion of advantage do?
When you drink this potion, you gain advantage on 1 ability check, attack roll, or saving throw of your choice that you make within the next hour. It's only 1.
Yeah, if it's only 1, it's not as cool as I thought it might be. Any potions pickling your fancy, Percy?
I'm good.
First, I thought you said pickling.
Oh, I did say pickling instead of tickling.
You did?
Yeah. We're in a potion shop. Of course, they're pickled things, probably.
That's why I was like, okay, I see what you did.
Oh, now back in Sylvan, Lark's like, what can I call you, darling?
Well, you can call me Gilly Rush.
Gilly Rush. No. Are you corded up yet or no? Darling, do you serve an Archfey?
No, I do not. I haven't had contact with, I guess would be the motherland. But no, I have not.
Now, if you ever do want to go to your real home, the opportunity's there if you'd like. I can get you there.
Do I have a feeling I know what he's doing?
I'm just floating the opportunity your way, Gilly. I feel bad seeing a cousin stuck here. unable to experience the true glory of our home.
He only talks this long when he's up to something nefarious.
Oh, it's
I'm sure I would be able to use it to find my real mother and give her a piece of my mind.
well, it's a possibility. Hags tend to fly with our court more often than the other ones, so he'll speak in common. He'll just because I feel like the other two are talking maybe just loud enough where they're like, "What's Lark's gonna be like?" Oh, he knows what he's getting into. I'm offering him the opportunity to go find his mother. Calm down.
Whatever you say.
Now, Gilly, darling, I serve the Unseelie Court. And this, I'm just going to produce a seed, flick it between a few fingers. This is a ticket over there, if you want it.
At this point, sure, why not?
God damn.
I'm just going to drop it in his hand and be like...
Yep, and he takes the seed. And he actually pulls out, it seems that he has like a little box of little baggies and things like that, like cloth drawstring bags, and he puts it in one and then tucks it into something on his belt. I'm assuming I plant this and wait for something to happen.
It should grow, well, depending on how much remorse and regret and pain are surrounding you, it'll grow relatively fast or slow. Sometimes they feed a little off fear too. And when the full fragrance blooms, if your luck holds out, which given your potential lineage it might, someone will take you. A one-way ticket to the Feywild.
And I'm sure I can wheel and deal my way back if I need to.
Oh, you can, darling. I wish you the best of luck in those regards.
Well, thank you.
Don't wind up working for an animal fae. They're utterly droll.
I'm sure.
Roll.
Well,
Okay.
are there any other potions that you all are interested in?
Thank you for your time.
All right. Have a lovely rest of your day. And I'm assuming you all leave and go back into the square. You also notice that the waterlogged lung is about 3 buildings down from that green space.
Oh.
It's very close to the potion factory.
Neat.
Nice. And the two of you
Nobody
trying to
wants
stop
to
me
see
from...
if there's anything weird going on at the potion factory.
I mean, we could do that, but trying to stop me from helping that poor lost soul return home. Utterly wicked of you, Arthur.
Yeah, okay. As if every single other time you've ever offered anyone a seed, it was always for their own benefit.
It was.
Uh-huh.
This whole plane is slated to be devoured by an all-consuming force of chaos and darkness. If anything, I should be handing them out like candy, in hopes
You're
that
only
more people
concerned
join.
about that because it's inconvenient for you.
I mean, it would mean a large dent in our food sources.
See?
What? Does a hunter not wish to see its prey thrive in the off-season?
Now you're speaking my language.
Okay, so I think we've gotten everything we need, right? Is it time to get back on the road?
Well, I thought we were going to go check out the potion factory.
Well, we were just in their shop, though, weren't we?
Yeah.
I didn't see anything shady in there.
Whatever. Where's your sense of adventure, Percy?
Just want to go break into a random factory just because we can?
Was there a follow-up, or...
I mean, is it really breaking in? What is breaking in?
Going into a place where the people who own it don't want you there.
What is crime?
What is breaking in, really?
I
To
mean,
break and enter or not to break and enter.
I'm leaning
Haven't-
towards to not break and enter.
haven't we spent the near entire time that we've been together forcing
Breaking
ourselves
and
into
entering?
situations that didn't want us, Percy?
Really,
I
it
mean-
would be weirder if we didn't.
I just don't see that logic. I don't see that train of thought at all.
The
See,
hospital
you
didn't
think too
want
much.
us there.
That's your problem.
We didn't get permission from anyone in the Feywild to cross domains and just casually stroll through areas. The Shadowfell. I think the most welcoming part of the Shadowfell was the Hell Circus. They wanted us there, but
That
everyone
cotton
else
candy
not
was
so
awesome.
It was very
Okay,
good cotton
well,
candy.
Yeah.
if you guys want to go break into a factory, you can do that. I guess I'm just gonna go. I'm gonna go pack my things.
Oh, Percy, live a little.
Party pooper. Fine. We'll go. Whatever. It's not like we can let him stroll off on his own. He might get his head chopped off about it.
Yeah.
That, or he could wind up being possessed by a giant tentacle monster from inside of his brain.
Or eaten by some fairy thing.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, I don't know if he's even edible anymore.
Oh no, that's horrible.
I'm just gonna fly really close and
Um,
start sniffing Percy.
Do I need to threaten to banish you again?
Oh, darling, you could try.
Jasmine, I kind of feel like just for flavor, like has a moment with Lark, like, yeah, he smells weird, right? It's pretty gross.
Oh, Percy. Mm.
So, oh,
You go.
what were
I was
you
like,
all? What were you all gonna?
Mm-mm.
Okay.
Mhm.
So as you are leaving Port Square, one of the alleys, you see a light appear, spilling across the pavement as if a door had just opened, which indeed it did. As you look over, you see a very familiar sign swinging by the door that says, "The Cuddly Rat."
Oh
Now
no.
that's what I'm talking about.
now
Oh,
a
this is
shopkeep that we can really appreciate. Come on, boy.
The only
Mm.
trustworthy shopkeeper in town.
Percy
Right.
does not like the
Bananas
cuddly rat.
The psychotic interdimensional being that appears out of nowhere.
Yeah.
Oh, come on.
The
A
only
face
one
you
you can
can
truly
trust.
trust. Yeah, so you all head in, I'm assuming.
I'm just
Yeah,
gonna
yeah,
drag Percy
definitely.
with me.
I follow at the back of the group.
Like, I feel like Lark's flying ahead and he's just got one of Percy's, like, two of his fingers wrapped in one of his hands as he's just tugging him along. Come on, Percy.
I can practically like hear Percy's feet dragging. Like, fine.
So as you enter this store, once again, the space is ever familiar and ever strange. The space constantly differently shaped each time you come in, the stock entirely different every time. As you walk in, you see the very familiar crazed white hair and bent over figure of the proprietor of the Cuddly Rat, who seems to have eternally forgotten his own name as he waddles amongst his strange oddities. He seems to turn in, "Oh, hello there. Welcome back. How are you all today?"
Wonderful, my deranged friend.
"Deranged where?"
Nothing at all.
How many
"Oh,
times,
hello. How are you doing?"
Cuddles, how many times have we met at this point from your perspective?
"Twice."
Ah,
Was that
Oh.
less than last time?
Yeah.
remember,
I think so.
Percy, this one exists outside of the
Yeah.
constraints of time.
Yeah, right. The last time he met us was probably 4 years from now.
So how you
Well,
doing?
Yeah. How are things?
Yes, business has been going quite well. Oh, I think I have something. And he
Well,
goes over and pulls out a small, sort of interesting looking vial on a chain.
okay.
The metal looks like spiraling grapevines with grape leaves that are wrapped in such a way that it holds the vial. And you can see through the vial, the cork actually has a needle stuck through it
This seems
as he
promising.
holds it. I believe you, my fairy friend, might be able to use this. So shiny.
Is it jewelry?
Huh?
I mean, we do love a piece of jewelry. Lark's just gonna. I mean, this guy's given some crazy and some death-causing things, so he's just gonna be like, I mean, if he says it's good for me, it's when you touch things that he says not to touch that you die in here, so
Right,
he's just gonna
right.
float on over and be like, oh, cuddles you shouldn't have.
Yes. Very shiny.
What'll it
Oh!
cost me?
Well, I don't know. But I've been looking for something for quite some time. I have a person who would love this item, but I can't find it anywhere. It is a shard of the Feywild.
Oh, well, darling. I'm just gonna pull out the wand and like pop it off and be like, you gave me this the last time. Well, not the last time, but the first or second time that I remember meeting you.
Oh,
I don't remember this.
Oh, it's you from a different time, probably.
Oh, you have it. And he reaches out and he takes it and kind of looks at it. So pretty. Just kind of turns it over.
Lark, did you just give the rat the shard that the rat is going to give you
Don't
the
think about it
first
too much,
time we...
Arthur.
Okay.
Your pitiful mortal brain won't be able to wrap your head around the way time flows different in interdimensional spaces.
Well, here's your item. And he gives you the vial that has the needle in the cork.
So
What
shiny.
do I do with it?
I think you're supposed to put your own blood into it.
Ooh,
It'll
fun.
hurt him, Lark. It's shiny.
I'm gonna poke, I guess, prick my finger and just start dripping blood into it.
Like in here now? We're doing this now.
Why not?
Fine.
Strange,
Okay.
as you prick your
Sense of
finger,
adventure.
your finger seems to glow from inside as you prick your finger. And the blood flows out of it in
Ew.
very beautiful droplets and spirals that flow into the vial. Not a drop misses the vial at all until it's about halfway full. And then the cork leaps out of your hand and thunk, pokes itself into the vial, closing it up. And you watch as the cork turns into metal and melds with the metal that wraps around the vial. You can't open it.
I've got a vial of my
Okay.
own blood now. Isn't it pretty?
You also notice the vial, the blood in the vial actually begins to spin until it turns into a greenish liquid with streaks of gold running through it, as if it were a green liquid with glitter inside of it that spirals. But interestingly, you feel a little more powerful as you have received a Bloodwell vial,
Ooh.
which I know you've been talking to me about getting.
Yay.
So you have that now, and you are no longer attuned to the Feywild shard.
Okay.
Well, so pretty. Ooh! No,
Are you okay, rats?
Oh, you're still here. Uh, is there anything else you're looking for? So pretty.
I mean, yes, but I doubt you've got one in here.
Oh, okay. We'll see you around.
Yep, okay, see ya last time.
Spencer, is this an uncommon, rare, or very rare Bloodwell vial?
I'm gonna say it's a rare.
Heck yeah. It's better than my wand. I get +2 to my spell attacks and my spell save
new
DC.
spellcasting focus.
Yeah, it's a new spellcasting focus that also lets me recover
Got it.
sorcery points.
Yeah, and it
Hot.
doesn't do what happened last time.
Yeah, my last cuddly rat. You missed it. It was at a session I finally used my Feywild shard, and I
Yeah.
dropped a fog cloud in the middle of a combat that I couldn't dismiss myself, so no one could see.
Oh yeah. Yeah, that ended up with you getting stuck in a room for like 5 rounds with a bunch of ghosts that you couldn't see.
Awesome.
I did throw Sickening
That's
Radiance on the
fantastic.
ground and nearly killed. Well, I didn't nearly. I gave you 1 level of exhaustion. It's fine.
But it went away because of the spell. But yeah, so yeah, he just decided,
Okay.
yep, nope, we're not going to use this anymore. So
We tried it.
Okay, good to know. Yeah. Nope.
and once again,
that's...
as you leave the ever mysterious cuddly rat, the door shuts behind you, and suddenly it's not there anymore. The shop is entirely gone.
Well, always love seeing an old friend. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. So, wait, above game, we're crashing at where are we?
The Creaking Gallows.
Creaking Gallows. Yes, thank you.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
In
Is that where
Hangman
we're
Square.
heading?
I need to use the restroom. I'll be right back.
Okay.
All right. Well, I will let you guys make that decision, whether you were heading back or not.
I don't remember if there was anything else we were supposed to. I wasn't here last session. If there was anything else we were going to do in town or what.
Right. I don't think so.
Okay, so probably just in. So what was our while he's on potty break really quick, what was our next like main thing we were on? Because I know we came to see the house of the relative and that all went down. Like, did we decide what our next main thing is, or were we just like, let's go shopping for a minute?
Like I said before, I believe you all were buying this spell, scrying. Then Rerek was going to spend some time copying it down and then casting it to try and find Fatima.
Fatima, yes, that's what we're doing. Okay, I'm sorry. Yep. All right, then yeah, in.
All right. So yeah, we'll just say that you all meet up with Tavi, Rerek, and Alex. You head back to the Creaking Gallows. You head up to your rooms, and Rerek begins the laborious process of copying, scrying into his spell book. While that is happening, Arthur, you hear a voice in your head.
Of course I
do.
It
is a familiar voice. It is the voice of Brennan Munster. And you just hear, Arthur, can you hear me? I really want to know, were my parents bad people? And that's all you get.
What? Okay, let me note that, but like, what the actual shit? Okay. And I don't have like any kind of Okay, so that's
You
gonna eat him
can
for a while.
respond.
Oh, I can? Okay.
In 25 words or less. But that is all you get from this.
Oh God. I don't think Arthur's gonna respond. I don't think he's going to. Because like instinct says like to literally just say yes and that's it, but like I feel like that would crush the poor kid, so I'm just not gonna say anything.
All right. So we will let that sit for a little while. Let me really quickly, because I have something involving Percy's character that's going to happen.
Oh yeah.
Okay.
You want to hear
So let me
something
check
gross?
something real quick.
With that Bloodwell vial, my spell save DC is 19 now.
Ooh.
You need to roll like either have a very good saving throw or roll a nat 20 not to get hurt. I love it. So really,
All right. So Rerek spends 5 hours copying the spell scrying into his spell book. And he is going to, because he hasn't spent any spell slots today, he's going to call everyone into the room. And he has his spell book open with the spell freshly copied. All right, I think I can do this now. Is everyone ready?
Okay. As ready as we're gonna get, I suppose.
All right, let's do this.
Find her.
And he begins to cast the spell scrying. Let me check how long it takes. So he begins to, he pulls out the crystal ball that you all got in the Kruetzwald house in one of the rooms. And he begins to cast the spell scrying. It takes about 10 minutes. He draws a circle on the floor in chalk. He lights some candles. He sits in the circle. He mutters some spells to himself. He opens his eyes as the crystal ball clouds with this sort of golden light and swirling sort of cloud as his eyes also glow gold, and he looks into it for a moment before it just goes out.
Was that supposed to happen?
I don't think so.
Well, did you see anything?
No. I just saw you all. I began to float through the roof. I saw the tree outside, and I saw the city, and then I saw clouds, and then nothing. Just
Can she block your scrying?
that's the only thing that I can think.
Huh. Okay, so now now what?
I don't know.
well, I mean, I suppose it wouldn't be that easy, right? This woman is currently trying to assassinate 2 seers of her culture. Surely she has some tricks up her sleeve.
Right. Above
Right.
game, we don't really know her end game other than she's just trying to get at the prince. Like, because fuck Rerek.
She is trying to become the oracle, the highest oracle in the land, the oracle of the Sultanate.
Got it. Okay.
Which is currently held by Rerek's uncle Jabari, and it seems that Rerek is next in line. Once Jabari kicks the bucket, Rerek will be instated as the oracle.
Got it. Okay. So she don't want that to happen. Okay. All right, cool. So, what do we do then?
I don't know.
I mean,
We can't exactly just wander the city looking for her.
no. We could just wait for her to pull a Samantha and randomly attack us again.
Well, she wasn't even the one that attacked last time. She had some lackey do it.
Yes,
Right.
but it was fun killing him. And we
Well-
nearly burnt down the church while we were at it. That would have been
Yeah.
real fun.
Well, I'm sorry to say, Rerek, but I don't know if we can just stick around here hunting for her. We have to get back to the house.
Yeah. And he just kind of closes the spell book. Well, we tried.
Maybe we can try
kinda
again
useless.
sometime.
Sometime is okay. It's not like I have better suggestions. I don't know. It just sucks.
All right, well, I'll just put everything away then. And Rerek begins packing up all of the stuff that he used for the scrying spell.
I guess Arthur and Jazz will like stroll back to the room, dejected.
At this point, Percy, you hear a voice in your head. It is not one of the voices that you hear on a constant basis. Surprisingly, it is a new voice. Well, not new. You recognize this voice. It's incredibly familiar. It's Ed.
Okay.
Wow.
And you hear, hey, come and find me when you get back to the city. I need to talk to you. It's about Brennan. Oh, and also what you did. And that's all of the message.
One second.
Wait, which one's Brennan?
Brennan
Oh,
is the
no,
kid that
he's
you
the
guys
kid
wouldn't
that
let me kill.
Oh, yes, the
Uh-oh.
child that Arthur wanted to murder.
Yeah, because his parents traded his life for the entirety of our village, and then didn't we kill both of them?
Yes,
We did
you
kill
did.
the parents.
Yeah,
They
you
were
killed
trying
the
to kill
parents.
After we got them to write us a check.
Yes. Which you then
Right.
immediately cashed. Which was
And
just
then
the...
ran into Brennan. Like,
Well,
while
no,
cashing
you
the
got...
check.
No, you
Wasn't he
guys
at the
didn't.
bank?
No, he was at the city hall when you guys went
That's
to
right, he was at
find
City
his
Hall, yes.
parents. He gave you his parents' address.
Oh, yeah. That was
He
real
gave
fucked
you his
up.
parents' address. You went to his house. You murdered his parents and then took the check they wrote you and cashed it. All within like a span of 3 hours.
Right. Yeah. That was a good
Okay.
day.
I don't think Percy's gonna reply. And
2 for 2.
I'll just
Like-
be like, so I just got a message from Ed that apparently something is happening with Brennan, that kid whose parents we murdered.
Murder's a
And-
strong word, Percy.
No, I think it's an accurate one.
They were trying to kill us first.
Well, that's true. But still, he says we need to find him and do something with Brennan when we get back.
Arthur's already left the room, so like
Okay.
I mean,
was
that,
like,
that does
um,
explain the look on your face like you've just eaten bad meat.
I guess that's probably an accurate statement.
Probably also describes your love life with him.
Yeah. All right. Do we have anything else we need to attend to here, or should we pick up the gang and get back on the road? Or wait, we already have the gang. They're just
Yeah.
I was in the bathroom for that part.
Yeah. It
Um,
is very late in the evening. Rerek had to take 5 hours to write scrying
Cool.
because it would have taken 10 hours.
Let's go to bed.
Yeah, it would have taken 10 hours, but
Head off in the
he's a
morning.
divination wizard. And excuse me, that is where we will end episode 70. So join us next week as the group heads off back to Darkmoor and what will happen along the way. So I will see you all next week, and I will see you guys in about 5 minutes.